Okay, so yesterday I yanked the engine out. This is what it looks like in here with no engine. It's not that bad. A lot of wires. We're going to also remove the rear hickus steering, or hickus, however you say it, the rear steering anyways. And we're going to put new lines and yeah. Anyways, we're going to continue on. We're going to clean all this up and degrease everything and blah blah blah. Yeah. Alright, so what we did is there was a solenoid here, which would be that thing on the floor. Right there. That's for your rear. Anyways, what we did is we started removing lines. And we're going to keep the one like this to go to the pump. So if you follow it, it goes around, goes to the switch, your power steering switch, then it goes to your rack. These two lines here, they just control left and right, and that is your return. It goes back up here. Now I'm getting rid of this because it's got two returns, and we're only going to use one. So we're going to change it to black braided lines. So instead, what we're going to do is, this is your oil cooler. It runs up, loops around here in the red, and comes back and went through the system, blah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the return line, we're going to loosen it, we're going to cut it, and get rid of that return line, get rid of the reservoir. We're going to flip it, so it's already bent this way, kind of like up like this. And then we're going to connect it here to the power steering cooler, and then it's going to loop back down, and we're going to run a new line up, and there's only going to be one return, and then the feed to the pump, and then that hose feeds the whole system again. So we removed it. The lines are just hanging there, kind of dripping, and you just follow them all the way back. Obviously, I'll have to get a lockout kit for the back. We'll show you how to do that too. And you're guaranteed you're going to need an alignment. You'll never do it yourself, so first thing, get it aligned when you're all done. Anyways, we're going to clean it up, just clean out this engine bay. There's a little bit of gross sand and grime, I don't know, previous owner. So we're going to clean it all out, degrease it, and then keep pulling the lines out all the way back. And there's another pump at the back, and we'll show you how to remove that. This is an rb20 lower harness. This goes up near the fuse box, and this obviously goes to your battery. It's a ground for your alternator. This plug goes to your alternator. So does these three plugs actually. This is the ground wire, what's over here. And then this is your power steering pressure switch. This little wire actually goes to your power steering rack. There's a little jumper wire there. This goes to your oil pressure sensor. These two wires go to your starter. The next wire down, it's, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a green wire and a black and white wire. That is your reverse lights. And then there's another plug at the end. That is for your neutral switch. And I believe it is it's a green with a red stripe and a black. So that's what a lower harness consists of. We're going to, I just took it out because we're going to clean in there. And I want to install it onto this, because that side's already wired in. It'll just save me a little bit of hassle there. And we'll have to switch, maybe we'll put the rb20 oil pressure sensor, because we're using the rb20 dash, and we use the rb20 starter, which is the same thing. So we might just switch the same. So on this transmission, is looking, because I'm going to use the rb20 lower harness. And I'm like, this is your neutral switch. This is your reverse. This is your reverse. Sorry, it goes in here. like that. That's your reverse. Anyways, it's the exact same from the RB20. Same length, same thread, same everything, just different plug. So we're going to use the RB20 ones just to save the hassle of having to switch harnesses. Or plugs, I mean. Well, it's a pretty chilly morning. Ended up getting a bit of snow last night. Bummer. Oh well, Skyline's off the road anyways. So, what we've been doing is, my wife was ready to kill me. I took the engine harness out of this, took it inside and cut it all apart and drew diagrams and figured out what plugs go to what. That'll be a later video. Anyways, what we're going to do is we're continuing on with, we're going underneath the Skyline. So, these are the lines. Okay, so, loosen the big lines, just let it drain. They're 12 mil bolts. Well, those big ones, they're big. But the bolts holding it are 12.